Hi. So I wanna show first this pumpkin with some varnish effect. So it was basically an accident, but I call it a happy accident. I just liked it. It's like messy here. I will show it to you in more details. Maybe you see how it looks like. Ooh, you know. Look at these effects here. Okay, so basically that's what I wanted to show. Okay, here is also same. The varnish effect, especially when it's not fully dry, creates quite a cool effect, an effect I appreciate. But anyway, I want to talk something else. I want to talk about the main question, the most important question when it comes to politics, ideologies, everything like Twitter dramas, YouTube dramas, like heated debate, you know, everything that brings something sensitive from one side, the conservative people, or the other side, the progressist angry at the others not being progressist enough. Basically, the real question, if you think about it, the real question when it comes to journalism, politics, almost like philosophy in some ways, because this is like about an ideology and the history of ideologies, and basically the way algorithms respond to each other is who brings the topic on the table. That's the most important question. Who brings the topic on the table? And not who, like conspiracy theories or whatever. Who or maybe what, because we cannot define who. So maybe body will have some fantasies about who, the dominance, the whatever, like the elite. Who cares? I can't say. Because not only about the media, it's also about social media. So social media are connected with different algorithms. So who brings the topic on the table? Like I can give different ideas. So the last 10 years there was the rise of the notion of Islamophobia, while before, during the Iran Revolution, we were kind of Islamophobic because we didn't like what was going on in Iran, and the Iranians themselves didn't like what was going on in Iran, except a few, like the ones supporting Ayatollah Khomeini and so on, the theocracy. Basically, being Islamophobic was almost a good thing, like such a heavy religion should not rule a state, and you cannot base laws on it because then it's gonna be really oppressive. Not oppressive, I'm offended from a tweet, no, oppressive like for real, like with the police and potential violence towards women not putting their scarf correctly and so on. So of course obliging them to have the scarf and so on. But so that's for the last 10 years, the rise of the notion of Islamophobia, up to say that when in the past it was, even the recent past, it was used to do a lot of cartoons about it with no big dramas, about the Christ, about Jesus, like about Christianism, about different religions. Even in South Park, Buddha is like snorting cocaine. It's like kind of offensive, I think so. But there was like a complete free speech even in offending. Like it's a small provoke, but you know, it's a provoke with love in some ways. It's like, okay, we tease each other, you know. Basically we still are in the same box, the box of human beings. I know I sound hippies. But then, okay, so in the last 10 years, the rise of Islamophobia, the concept, not the fact, but the concept. But then since we start talking about the concept, we start seeing the facts more obviously, and we have the right to be offended by the fact from now on, like really, because the concept starts existing. Then, who puts the topic on the table? What puts the topic on the table? How come the topic is put on the table? That are the basic questions, the most strong, the most important questions we should ask, we should wonder. Then the LGBT movement, like the trans and all, I was never for it or against it. I was completely indifferent to it. Like, I guess they have some personal issues, they wanna fix that, up to them, you know. Like, why should I even have an opinion about it? Like, who cares about my opinion? Why should I formulate an opinion? I have nothing to talk about this, basically. But the more people start reacting about it, the more it's an invitation for you too, as an individual, to start reacting about something you didn't even want to react about. So welcome to Algorithm of Social Media, coming by Ricochet. Ding 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 ding. Topic is brought on the table. What's your thoughts on it? You decide not to engage. Then you see others, influencers you used to follow, or anybody, starting giving their opinion. Some saying it's great fight to fight for. Some saying it's mental illness. Some saying like provocating things, J.K. Rowling drama with the tweet and all. And then you hear like wondering, should I really engage? Because I feel like I'm gonna open the door for a mess, you know? Then, okay, you engage slightly, let's say, but you are already invited to engage. See how you fell in the trap. You fell in the trap because there was basically the topic brought on the table. Yeah, just brought on the table. Basically, you think you're indifferent, you read about the Stoics or whatever, but it's hard. It's easy to say so, but it's hard in practice because we are human beings. So we easily react from reason, basically from emotions, but sometimes we also want to spread our reason, showing how articulate we are, why argumentative system is the best, you know, why our methodology is the best, why we think very sharp, why the others wouldn't, why we start to have debates and so on, because we kind of like this game. It's an argumentative game played by the mind, and everybody want to show how sharp their mind is, rather than just, well, some people just like to keep it shallow. But anyway, some keep it just emotional. Like they would say, if I'm basically offended by most of the things where people are, in terms of demography, offended, I guess I belong to the side of the good guys. So here's the question. If you wanna say something, the real question is, are you saying something about Islamophobia, the transphobia, and basically, by the way, just saying the Muslims may be transphobic, and some trans by response, logical response, may be Islamophobic that by the fact that the Muslims are transphobic. It's like a ricochet again. It's a strange tennis game operated, right? They're very strong in their beliefs. They're like, the Muslims, it's haram, that's it. Not don't be gay, whatever, don't transform yourself into a chimera or whatever. There's only two sexes and that's it. And they have their core belief very strict from the fact that Quran has been written by God and so on. So keep it like this, and I don't even want to interpret things differently. I don't even want to be open-minded. It's strict, it's just like this, and that's it. And then the others may not like the fact that they have strong beliefs. They may invite them to understand the situation and so on. But anyway, again, what brought the topic on the table? So once you start responding to anything, just think about it. Why the topic is brought on the table? When has it been brought on the table? Has it been always brought on the table? Think about it. Who puts the topic on the table? What puts the topic on the table? Are you just part of a simple ricochet? Okay, think and cheers. Here are again some of the paintings to show. Okay, that was a change of the topic. I know it's kind of pathetic to do that. But anyway, I want to bring some questions without taking strong positions, like offending these ones or whatever. I mean, it's easy for me to say that because I want you not to be offended, but if you want to be offended, you are offended. It's kind of simple. And then I would just say, my bad. Like, what else can I say? What else?